have a concept. You have a great concept. You guys are doing it, man. And it's an honor for me to just be, you know, a small rock, man, in your mountain. I'm going to pop a top in your honor.
Mr. Doc Walker blessed us with his presence, and now
we want to welcome in our next special guest, Haley Skarupa. She's a three-time world champion in women's ice hockey and most recently won Olympic gold with Team USA.
The Cap Stadium Series is definitely my favorite, obviously. I'm a huge Caps fan, I always have been, and to be there at that game with my teammates and for us to bring, you know, our gold medals to there and share it with everyone in this area was really, really special for me, and just the support and it's been tremendous from everyone in this area, and you can feel that there at that game.
Welcome to Sports on the Hill podcast. Hashtag DC Sports Without the Politics with Carol and Robbie on True Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a day stream. This is a thing that we are, I think, going to start to do weekly. I wanted to keep the momentum going. I don't have a lot of time to do a stream today, but I just wanted to keep it going. I've been doing a bunch of these streams over the last, I did it last week as well, and so I've been doing this as an opportunity to give people an update on what I am working on, and yeah, so without any too much information, I wanted to start a brand new project with you guys all, and with all you guys, I should say. And let's see here. That'll work a little bit better. Too much. Is that right? That seems pretty close. All right. So we're working on a fast little project today. We're going to do a new. This is a new event that we just did. So this is the Caps game last night. We went to a really cool Caps comeback. So we're going to do a square resolution 1080 by 1080. I've never made a square video in Final Cut Pro before, so I thought it'd be kind of a fun thing to experiment with you guys. And we're going to call it Caps Comeback. And we are going to drag over some shots that I took. Let me get this over to video format. We'll start at the bottom. All right, here we go. QuickTime movie. And all right, so these should be all the QuickTime. All right, so this is our open. And alright, so coming in here, he's showing them the ice, and you can see that is the end. Perfect. Alright, so the reason we're doing it this way is I wanted to showcase a couple of different things. So usually you do a tall edit and some edit forms that, like, for vertical videos, like you know, on Instagram, like a reel, or also on TikTok, or obviously stories and shorts. And then you use horizontal for longer form YouTube. I was trying to experiment with what happens if I were to make a square video, a little bit longer form, and we can use that for the podcast next week. And then I'll also, at some point, do a voiceover on top of it to showcase like what we were able to do. So I'm not going to do the voiceover right now. I just wanted to kind of showcase some of the food. So we're over here. We're going to do a position key change swap here. So it's going to be kind of moving through space. See how that looks. Cut. All right. Okay. Yeah, and there's our Stanley Cup. All right. So, all right, let's keep it going here. So the night was awesome. We took my son to his second ever Capitals game, and so. Oh, wait, that was not the right one. I think it was the next one. Alright, we're going to do this one. And so, just got to zoom in a little bit on each of these things. Alright, so, different food. Then, right, perfect. So that's good. And then we got our ice level look at the game. So we're going to grab that. And we're going to make it a little bit larger. Alright, cool. Alright, so that looks good there. And then got some more Ovechkin shots. So I'm adding things to the timeline right now. And we're going to make this a little bit wide. So this was really fun to get to go down to the warm-ups and get to see Ovechkin live and all of that. So I probably won't use all of that footage, but right now I'm just going through and showcasing different things. So this is a wide shot. So I may use parts of this as well, but I need to zoom in here. So I'll have to do a little bit of tracking for them because, well, you can still see Zach in the background here. And then my dad's down there, and you can still see some of the other stuff there. And then I was trying to get the wide shot because my son was singing Golden because one of his favorite songs was playing. Oh, sorry, Takedown. So I don't want to play too much of that because it is copywritten. This was kind of a cool shot as well. So again, I'm not going to use everything, but I do want to see how it all looks. So then we got the slap shot, and then alright, so that's cool. So the starting lineup that has Ovechkin in it, which is always fun. So we got that shot. So I'll have to do some keyframing over there to get more of him in that shot as well. And
From the United States.
Awesome. Got this in there. We're going to move it just a little bit this way. So I'll take out the beginning part of that. Dylan Rackleраth getting 100 games and playing really well. We're going to get a little bit of this shot in there. And then this is power play. We don't do anything on that power play. I wish that this came out. So there's a funny story with the mites on ice, but I won't get into it. Okay, we got a bit of a fight here. Might get some of this in there. Okay. All right. this is our first goal. Alright, so that was the first one. Here's a couple of selfies coming at us. Oh, this is the big moment. So I think I get the game-tying goal in the final 2 minutes in this video. Let's see how I shot this. Amazing, amazing. Hold on, let me see if I can scale. So this is gonna need to be zoomed in a little bit. Let me even zoom in a little bit more. Just a little this way. So this guy over here is the guy who's going to score it. Or he's going to shoot it, and then it gets deflected. So I want to make sure I get him in there. So shoots it, and then deflected, and in. Awesome. So I need to take a look at this shot here. This should actually be a shot of it on the Jumbotron. That was so fast, I don't even see it on this one. Wow. Alright, I'm going to probably slow that down a little bit. Probably going to cut out some of this here. There's definitely going to be a lot of this footage that ends up not making the final cut. Right now it's already 8:32. I want the whole thing to be about, 5 to 10 minutes. There's the overtime. They have so many opportunities. We even get a power play, which you can see Zach gets very excited about. I'm obviously not using everything. I'm showing you guys stuff that I'll be actually pulling from. So he's rocking out to Darude. We don't get anything in the power play, so I'm not sure I even show those power plays. But then alright, so this is the full video clip of it. Here's the game winner. And so we win, thanks to Connor McMichael on the doorstep right there. And yeah, so that was the game. There's some pictures that we also got, so I may put some pictures in there at the end that we took throughout the night as well. But that's a pretty good start. Today's stream wasn't going to be a long one. I just wanted to kind of get this timeline set up and talk a little bit about the night. So again, he checked it out. He got to see the whole arena from above. We got to eat and get some free beers there. We got to go down to the glass and watch warm-ups and see Ovechkin live. And then he got to hear his favorite song during the end of the warm-ups, or one of his favorite songs. And then a great visual display to start the game. The game didn't start off well. They scored the first goal, and then they scored the second goal, and I thought it was going to be over, but they played in Canada last night, or the night before, Montreal did, and so we were hoping that maybe they'd get tired by the third period, and sure enough, the Caps took advantage of that, and Ethan Frank did so great in this game, but also Dylan McGrath in his 100th game got that fight, but Ethan Frank ties it, scores the first goal off of a beautiful deflection, and then ties it up on the 6-on-5, and then we end up winning it, and Zach goes nuts, and yeah, so really great night. So happy that my dad got to take us, so thankful for that, and yeah, I think that's all for today's very quick stream. I am going to probably end stream. I don't know if I'm gonna. I may as well raid my friends. We've got a couple of different people on right now, but I think I want to go back to Emily Henry's stream. She was who I was hanging out with before. We've had Emily on our concerts in the past. Let me just do a raid. If there's anybody in chat that wants to grab one of these, they can do that as well. And check out the new Scuba channel. Lots of videos coming out this week and next week. We're taking a little bit of a hiatus making stuff. Next week, I think for this video stream, we're going to do a special thing to celebrate 700 YouTube videos. So stay tuned as we celebrate that, hopefully next week. And then the following week, we'll edit some night dive videos. Yeah, so I'm excited to do that as well. So celebrating 700 next Wednesday, ideally at this, sometime between 12 and 2, and then celebrating some other stuff. I do want to get Teddy Beats on in a couple of weeks as well. Hey, well, join us. Raid with me. Makes it feel like more of a raid. Grab a raid call, and But thank you, Cover Time Pete, for joining. You can go back and check the VOD. We were celebrating Zach going to a huge win last night with me, a comeback win. We were down 2-0. We came back and we won the game in overtime with my dad. It was a really fun night, and I appreciate it. And so we'll be back Monday. We'll watch the college football final live. We'll talk about the playoffs and the NFL. We'll also talk about this game. And